The $20 bill that, if you're lucky, is right now in your pocket is about to get a major makeover. The U.S. Treasury Department is making some history this week, unveiling the newly designed $20 bill with the face of civil rights icon Harriet Tubman. She's not the first woman to appear on U.S. currency, but she is the first African-American person of either gender. Treasury officials are excited. They're saying that this pays tribute to her legacy and sacrifice to help end slavery. You know who's not a fan of this change? Donald Trump.
Harriet Tubman is fantastic. I would love to leave Andrew Jackson and see if we can maybe come up with another denomination. Maybe we do the $2 bill or we do another bill. I don't like seeing it. Yes, I think it's pure political correctness.
Susan Addistone fought for this and effectively won this. She's the executive director of Women on 20s. I'm not even sure I knew about the group Women on 20s before this big news broke. I'd just love for you to react to what Donald Trump said about this morning, echoing Ben Carson, saying perhaps the $2 bill would have been more appropriate.
I think the $2 bill is usually used as an insult when people say, it's like, worth as much as a $2 bill, or, that's been my impression. So to me, that's kind of an insult.
I have to be honest with you. I emigrated to this country from Canada 20 years ago, and I have not seen a $2 bill. So I had to ask someone in the newsroom, is there such thing as an American too? There was in Canada when I lived there, but I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, I've hardly ever seen them myself.
So tell me a little bit about the choice of Harriet Tubman, because there was public opinion that was sought after for this, and I don't think anybody expected the 20. Everyone was effectively thinking the 10 would get the makeover. It needed the most security change. So walk me through how this happened.
Well, our campaign started last March. We had 600,000 people who weighed in an online poll, and Harriet Tubman came out on top of 15 candidates that people had to choose from. So the $20 bill is the bill that we use the most often. It comes out of the ATMs. It's used internationally. The 10 is produced it's only 5% of all of our bills. So to us, the $20 bill, and it also had to do with Andrew Jackson, who's on the $20 bill, whose legacy of ruthless treatment of Native Americans, his slave ownership and trading, and his hatred of paper currency. Those things, all...
It relegates him to the back of the bill. He's
well,
not
yes,
gone
so
completely.
He's going to the back of the bill.
But you have heard others say, look, he was a president. He was one of our first 10. He's the lion. John Meacham wrote extensively about him. So regardless of these horrors, and there were several presidents who had, sort of... Well, you could check a few of the negative boxes in their columns, but Donald Trump said this was political correctness, and others are saying it's political correctness running amok.
Well, Andrew Jackson's legacy has really become tarnished to the point that he really shouldn't be a symbol of what we aspire to, what we represent in this country. We're about tolerance and inclusion. He was about exclusion and intolerance. So to me, it's time to update our image.